This is the main reason that confidence feels fake. You cannot wish on fairy magic and manifest your dream self. Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I was an engineer, but I was raised by a psychology expert. And today I'm going to be going through the 5 essential psychology hacks that will make you actually feel like the confident woman you want to be. And we're going to do a get ready with me as I start my day because I have some errands to run today. I hope you can all hear me. My mic died. So I still wanted to show up for you guys to make sure we had an opportunity to chat and go over today's funtivity topic because it is so important. So I was very lucky in that I grew up with a mom who is an expert in positive psychology, and I bring all of her teachings to you guys to make sure that you know how to actually hack your mindset, change your life, and reach your goals in 2026. Let's start with my skincare. I'm trying this new niacinamide, not really a huge fan, but if we have any suggestions for niacinamide serums, let me know because I discontinued my other favorite one. Okay, if you want to actually feel like a confident woman in 2026 instead of just faking it, you have to build something called self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the belief in yourself that you can actually do what is required to build your dream life, that you can show up to do the hard thing to build your dream life day in and day out. It's self-respect that's built through doing what is required. So you can make your vision board. I do. It's very fun. But the act of changing your mindset doesn't just start here. It actually starts by showing up to do things that will build that again and again and build your self-trust. Hi Jack, welcome to the live stream. I am frigid today, absolutely frigid. I live in New England and right now it's like negative degrees. I think last time I checked it was like -10. I can't do it. I've been having a lot of issues with breakouts, so my doctor actually recommended this for me. I have a whole video on the channel that is going to help you guys get clearer skin, but if you are struggling with breakouts, like I'm getting these on my chin, go see a dermatologist. They'll give you stronger products. It's a good deal. Okay, so self-advocacy is built through action. It's built through consistently showing up for yourself and kind of building self-trust. So if you tell yourself you're going to go to the gym, and I'm sure your dream woman does go to the gym, she makes healthy food, she eats green juice, all the things, actually trusting yourself to do that, showing up again and again and again, builds self-trust. And over time, you kind of start to integrate that. You can't just fake your way to actually feeling confident because it feels like you're brainwashing yourself. Your brain recognizes it as a lie until you actually act as such in reality. Hi, welcome to the live stream. So nice. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing a sweater today because it's frigid outside. I live in New England. It's like -10. Ugh. I actually went to church this morning. Wow, so cold. But I'm gonna need to bundle up when I go for my errands later. This eye cream, I was sent this by Banish. You know, I do their microneedling stuff, and it is amazing. I get quite dark circles in the morning, and it is so helpful for that. And I always ice my face before I do my makeup. So today we're talking about how to build core confidence. Confidence that comes from the inside instead of confidence that you have from putting on a cute outfit, from doing your makeup, from kind of pretending. All of that feels like acting, but if you want to be a confident woman, instead of feeling like you're acting, you have to build self-efficacy. You have to show up and say, I'm worthy of the dream life I'm building, and do what's required, and show up for yourself and for your future again and again and again. Hi, welcome. It's -15, where are you now? Oh my gosh, I thought -10 was cold. Hi, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. I always love talking to you guys on live stream. I'm doing more filming this weekend, so you'll have more long form videos. But it's really fun to live stream with everyone because then I see you, I talk to you, you know, it's more personal, I think. This cream I've been using for so long. Thank you, Jack, for the support. Jack is one of our moderators that helps keep our community wholesome and safe. So definitely hit the subscribe button for all the hard work Jack does too. And today for my drink of choice, I actually have my green juice. I put it in a wine glass because I thought it would be more fun, but I want to inspire you guys to, be healthy in the new year. This is my homemade green juice, and I have a whole video on the channel on this, but I put celery is like the main ingredient, but I also put spinach. I put cucumber, cilantro, lemon, ginger, and I added aloe this time. So it's skin healthy, it's gut healthy, it's delicious. Well, it tastes like hell. It's not really delicious. You can add a green apple if you want it to be sweeter. Alrighty, so next is some sunscreen. Let's make sure we do that. Sunscreen every day, everybody. This one I've been using on repeat. You can tell I'm obsessed with it. But self-efficacy is something that you have to do the hard way. Unfortunately, there is no shortcut to building core confidence. You can definitely brainwash yourself through affirmations. I suggest you do mirror affirmations if you want to do affirmations. Writing little sayings for yourself on the mirror that you can see as you get ready for the day. But normal affirmations, I don't think do much. Although if you're scripting them out, they can also help get into your subconscious mind, but I don't find them as effective as actually doing the thing that proves to my brain that I am the person I want to be. And it's a shortcut. Like if you don't quite feel like her, you can act as if, act as such, and then you'll get there faster. Hi! Hi! Welcome, Runner Dad. I almost forgot my tiara, everybody. Hang on. Oh, this is very helpful to actually keep the hair out of my face while we are doing my makeup. Ding, ding. Okay, way better. My hair came out so good today. Look at this. It's so pretty. I use those rods that you put over the top of your head so you can have like the curls when you wake up. So these are heatless curls. Love that. It is a conversation starter, but as we're talking about confidence, I think it's so important to come on screen with the tiara because it really embodies for me that like queen princess energy that you're powerful and confident, and it's fun. I mean, like, I'm here for the fun. Let's not get serious. All right. Now we have to talk about the real reason why motivation fails, and it has nothing to do with willpower. Willpower is a muscle that you can grow and strengthen over time. But real motivation comes from identity. It does not come from forcing yourself to do things. So if you want to empower yourself to do the hard things, you don't willpower yourself the way there. You hack your mindset and make yourself think that you're naturally the person who does that. So instead of saying, oh, I want to go running, oh, I want to eat healthy, oh, I want to journal every day, you stop and you say, I am the type of woman who already does these things. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's get to my makeup. I always am very slow about getting ready when I talk to you guys. But today we're gonna be doing something new because I recently learned that if you underpaint your contour, it looks a lot more natural, which I like. As you know, I want to look like glowing, but I want it to look as if I didn't really try that hard, So natural glowy skin is what we go for. And I think if you underpaint the contour, you see it less. Hi, thank you, Albert. That's so nice of you to say. This is my under eye primer that I always use. And guess what? Like, it's just chapstick. There you go. I know you think that's crazy. Like, it's weird we're putting chapstick under our eyes, but it is the only thing that keeps my concealer from creasing. So very important. Also, look at these. Wow. Okay, I'm absolutely obsessed with the Glamnetic nails. I told you guys before that I got a nail infection from my Russian manicure. The most expensive manicure that you can get gave me a nail infection. But I've been using the Glamnetics ones because you can put a sticky tab underneath and it doesn't damage your natural nails. So that's what I've been doing. Hi, thank you for the support, Albert. Okay, let's get to my contour. The next thing that I always do is the nose primer because you got to get rid of those pores that my mother so graciously gifted me. All right, let's talk more about identity. So identity is something that lives in your mind, and it is really, again, based on action. So as you're building up self-efficacy, your identity grows with that. But a lot of things happen out of like that core concept of self that you have. So if you're trying to become a better person, I want you to stop before you do things and ask yourself, is this something the future version of myself would do? Just create a stop before you do like big intense action and say, is this aligned with the person that I want to be? If yes, do the thing. If not, do something better with your time. Hi, thank you, Albert. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Okay, so now that my pores are gone, I'm using this Bobbi Brown primer. I don't really like it, but again, they discontinued the Armani one, which is my favorite, absolute favorite. But it's working. I'm just finding in the winter, this one is way too drying. Like my skin is the Sahara Desert. What are my influences? So my mom is one of my primary influencers, and I was so grateful growing up with her because she's a wealth of knowledge, and she's probably the best resource that I have for hacking my mindset and becoming the best version of myself. She's like having a therapist on speed dial, guys. It's amazing. So whenever I talk to her, she really helps me to step into that energy of like who I want to be in the future. And one of the other things we have to talk about when we go talk about these mindset hacks is that your feelings are not facts and your thoughts are not reality. They're just little stories that happen in your brain and they're feelings that you're having at that given moment. So if you want to actually change your mindset, change your patterns of thinking, change your internal stories, you have to first recognize that everything that is going on up here is not real. You can change that narrative to be something more empowering. Hi, welcome. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you, Albert. Yes, I am also here, Albert, to spread happiness and joy. The internet can be such like a horrible place. Let's be happy and uplift everyone in the morning. Alrighty, so when I underpaint my face, what I do is I take my contour stick. Where's she gone? Oh dear. Well, I have my highlighter. My contour stick seems to not be here. Oh, I found it. She was in the drawer. So I use the Fenty Matchstick in the lightest color that they make because I'm quite pale. But all my ancestors were Northern European, so like we don't tan. So I just do that, and I used to do my cheekbones, but I think I look a little too thin if I do that, so I don't do that anymore. And then I do my nose because I like my nose to look non-existent. I do that, and then I do a little bit here. Nice, nice. And I actually take this in my crease as well because when I do a natural eye makeup look, I like this crease shade to be the same as a natural shadow. Hi, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Oh, that's so true, Albert. If we like bring the fluff and the warmth and the kindness to the world, other people reflect that to us. And this also we really needed to talk about in this live stream is that your perspective is like a lens you see the world through. If you're looking at the world through a kind, happy, positive lens, you'll see yourself as lucky and you'll see the world as kind and you'll see people as nice. But if you're coming at the world through a lens of negativity, cruelty, then I mean, that's going to be your reality. So the first thing you should change is that internal story you're telling yourself. Those thoughts, again, are not reality. If your thoughts are not serving you, you can change them. You can think more upgraded thoughts. And I actually have a digital journal to help everybody with this. So my Engineer Your Dreams workbook does help you to reset your core beliefs and to think more positive, up-level stories. So definitely take a look at that. That link is always in the description if you would like to use it. So, wow, see how nice and like diffused that looks? And after we put on the foundation, it'll look even better. Thank you, I love this sweater. So I got this sweater for $20 at Marshall's. I just think the color is so fun. I get really sad in the winter with all of the black that people wear. So I still try to wear colors in the winter, even though it is a season where people tend to use more black. But I don't really like black that much. It's a sad color. I don't like it. Hi Jay, welcome to the live stream. Oh, I'm so sorry, Penny. That's not good. All right, let us get to highlight. I typically over highlight my face, which I think is why the underpainting has been helpful for me. But what I do is I cover up my dark circles here, here. I try to bring some volume to my face. So I'm 30 now, so a lot of times I see a lot of volume less here. So I just try to lift that up a little bit. I do this to lift my face. I put the triangle of light because some beauty influencer told me I was supposed to do that. Does it do anything? Like, who knows? Who knows? And then I have to look at the other mirror to do this, but I do a quick line down the edge of my nose to again slim out my nose because I want my nose to look non-existent. And then I just go like this for the rest of it. Thunk, 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 thunk. Other places you can highlight is right here in the Cupid's bow. This always looks really pretty. And then a little bit on the chin. And then we look crazy until we blend it out. But that's okay, it'll look fine when we're blended in. Hi, welcome. Oh, thank you, Simone. So actually, a lot of people comment on my skin in real life and online. So I started making skincare videos. There's some skincare videos on this channel, and I have a whole channel separate than this that's only about skincare. So if you want all my secrets, I don't gatekeep, I tell you everything. Just because I wish I had more knowledge growing up. I do still struggle with adult acne, which is so friggin' annoying. But it's a learning process, and I like to tell you guys everything I'm learning so that you can have glowing skin too. I gotta be honest, one of the best things that you can do is to eat a healthy diet and get your beauty sleep. It sounds overrated, but everyone's telling you to sleep more for a reason. If you're not sleeping enough, your cortisol is really elevated, and that's the stress hormone in your body. And if you're stressed from work, some boyfriend, or because you're not sleeping, you'll get more of the cystic acne. So me just starting a new job, I've actually had a lot of extra stress on my body. And I just have to be kind to myself and realize that, you know, this is a temporary time. I will get back to like having like clear, perfect skin soon. But this acne is just a phase. We're gonna work through it and then we'll do some peels and all these dark spots will go away. Oh, that would be fun. I actually think a skincare line would be really, really helpful for everyone because there's so much nonsense in the skincare community, right? And I'm an engineer. I think that effectiveness is so important, and a lot of these skincare ingredients are like filled with absolute nonsense. So everything that I share always is scientifically proven, and I really make a good effort to make sure I research this stuff because I mean, I want the best of the best on my face, and you don't have to pay a ton of money for it. Like, some of my favorite creams are not terribly expensive. It's just they have the ingredients like niacinamide, retinol, vitamin C that make structural changes to your skin. And the other thing as you age that you really want to be cautious of is building collagen. So I always take my collagen supplements to make sure you're building collagen from the inside out because that's the structure that holds up your skin as you age. And collagen naturally degrades as you go older. So if you're not doing things to actively build up your skin collagen, then you're going to look older than you actually are. Oh, that's so interesting, Penny. I do post inspirational quotes because I'm a book nerd. I don't know if you could tell, but there's like 5 books over here. I'm obsessed. And I always get so much inspiration from books. I think you would too. Oh, thank you, Simona. I love that. I enjoy our live streams. I have a few videos to film for everybody. And I'm actually doing social media for my work now as well, like for the company. That's not my only job. But I'm really having fun being a more like serious engineer on social media compared to what we do on our live streams here. But let's get to my foundation. This Dior foundation is absolutely amazing. I've bought again and again and again and again. My favorite book, I don't have one. I love fantasy. I think maybe the Mistborn series, anything by Sarah J. Maas. I love Stranger in a Strange Land, which is sci-fi. But yeah, magic, romance, adventure, I'm there for it. Hi, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Oh, of course. People are mean to me like fairly often online, but this is really important to communicate to you guys as well, that if someone is cruel to you in life, like in daily life or online, it says more about them than it's to do with you. Like it's their perspective, it's their thoughts, it's their version of you that they see. Like people don't see all of me when I'm online. They just see whatever their perception sees. And it's so important to not take that personally and like stay on mission, stay on your goals, stay happy, healthy, and hot. There's no reason to let the cruelty get to you. And you see a lot of like loneliness in the cruelty too, because happy, kind people don't write these things, you know? That is why Jack kicks them. He helped protect our community because we want to have it to be a positive, helpful place. So Jack is on it, making sure that it's a happy, safe place. Hi. No, people have been very nice today. Penny, thank you though. Yes. Thank you, Albert. Okay, so this again, my foundation, and I always use a beauty blender because I think it kind of looks more natural on the skin that way. I used to use my foundation brush, but I find it looks too heavy. So I do this for contour still, but if I use this for my foundation, the foundation can look a little cakey, which is not what we're going for. Okay. So you'll see how glowing this is when we put it in. Okay. I also wanted to take the time to talk to you about some tools that I use to help like up-level my mindset and make sure that my perception of the world is a positive one. One of those is journaling, super helpful. Another one of those is doing meditations. I don't enjoy like solo meditations by myself, but I do like guided meditations. And the House of Vibrations, this is a girl's channel. She does really wonderful sleeping affirmations and sleeping meditations. So they help me fall asleep and also they help me like up-level my mindset. And the main thing that you're getting out of meditation isn't like becoming Buddha, it's becoming the observer of your thoughts. Because remember, like your thoughts and feelings are not true, they're just like blips in your mind. If you can become the observer of your thoughts and see them instead of like being consumed by them, then you can change them more easily. I always kind of twist the beauty blender around at the corner of my nose to get into my pores because it helps fill them up. That's what I was just doing there. See how nice the contour looks? You can't even tell that I contoured. I love it. I'm so obsessed with this new method. I basically want it to look like a just kind of woke up with slightly better skin. That's what we're going for. I have to get ready for the snowstorm today. We're getting like a foot of snow. It's too much. Like I'm ready for summer, everybody. Maybe I should move somewhere warm. Oh, Samara, that's a fun idea. I've actually been wondering if live events with the channel would be fun. So I have friends in social media who do live events as well. So if you think that would be helpful, definitely write in the comments. I think it'd be very fun to have like a manifestation live masterclass, and I could bring in psychology experts that I know, and we could use my Engineer Your Dreams framework in person. I do one-on-one coaching, and if you think I can help you, definitely sign up. The link's down below in the description box. But it would be really impactful, I think, for you to do that live. And you could make friends at these events too. So actually, in the future, I would love, love, love to have live events. Am I back? Someone just called me during our live stream and it made it worse. Please check in, everyone, that you can hear me now. Okay, good, Albert. great. So I try to like put my phone on silent, but sometimes calls still come through for whatever reason. So, okay, good. I'm so glad. Thank you, everybody. So let's get back to my notes. Number next, I want to talk about people pleasing, because if your mindset is not in a very confident place, people pleasing is something that a lot of women do. I have struggled with it in the past for sure, for sure. But I think people pleasing is coming from a really wholesome place. However, it's really, really not appreciated by other people. People hate people pleasing because they realize it's actually a form of manipulation. You're trying to make other people happy so that they like you, and no one likes that. They feel it is very inauthentic, and then they resent you for like pandering to them. So if you really want to be making real friends, if you really want to create real influence, you can't control other people. And that's a hard pill to swallow, especially for me when I was younger, because I thought that if I did the right thing, then people would like want to be my friend, and then I'd be seen as the good girl and I'd make everyone happy. But unfortunately, life doesn't work out that way. And you'll be way less stressed if you just kind of let go of all of this manipulation nonsense. Okay, great. So let's get to the next. Number next is that you can't get your way to being the best version of yourself if you're just trying to get there intellectually. So I love books, they're very helpful, but you can't just think your way into becoming the best version of yourself. You really have to go out and do what's hard. And it's easier to read 100 self-help books than it is to become your dream woman in real life. And I think that's why people kind of overdo it with trying to read all the knowledge to like be a nerd about self-improvement. But it is faster to just go out and do the hard thing. Bye, Albert. See you later. Oh, I've missed a comment. Hang on. No, I was always super pale. So when I was younger, I think I tried to tan once, but I just burn. It's not worth it. So I embrace the light color that my ancestors gave me. I just got powder all over my mouth. Ugh. It's really important to press your powder into your creases, like around your mouth and around your eyes, because otherwise your concealer is just gonna crease everywhere and it's no fun. So do that and let the stuff around your nose sit for a little bit. Let's go to the bottom. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I can't tan. I'm not for it. I actually think I look weird with a tan. I'm just so used to seeing myself super pale that I don't know, it feels like me when I'm like this, you know? Okay, so we do that, and then I take one of these little brushes and I just lightly dust the rest of my face, because if I do the press method all everywhere, then actually I look too, what's the word? Matte. I look too matte. So I want my skin to still look a little hydrated, so that's why we do this afterwards. And then today is going to be a very light, natural makeup day because, I don't know, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just having my errands day. Oh, really? I love hearing where everyone's from. So I'm from New England. So right now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to go have some lunch after we talk, and then I'm going to get on with my day. But this is my favorite time to live stream. It's when most people in my audience are online, so usually it works out best for everyone. Let's put some blush on. This is my new favorite blush. I like this because the color is very natural on me. Look at this. Super pretty, right? It's like a tea rose color. And I like the Real Techniques brushes. I know I make weird faces. Just put up with it for a second and we'll be right back. I always like to take this up here too. It makes you look a little glowy if you bring the blush up here. Ontario, that's fun. Ontario's a slightly different time zone, isn't it? It's not quite Eastern time. I think it's a little different, but not much. I have another mirror here. That's why I look over here sometimes. I over blushed a little bit. Oopsie. Isn't it super pretty? I think it looks very natural if you don't put too much on. Oh. I mean, I get a kick out of the fun face too. I think it's hilarious. Bye, Penny. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, am I even? Oh, there's a little blotchiness over here. We'll have to... Yeah, let's fix that. I have a lot of trouble getting the blush even, especially in the winter when my skin's a little patchy, because the color sticks to all of your dry patches. Like I have a dry patch here and that's why the color's darker there. How annoying, right? Anyways, whatever. I think also, please make sure that you're hydrating your lips. Like this one, this Lana Lips is my absolute favorite. I always do this after I kind of do my base powder makeup because otherwise my lips look like the Sahara. Oh, it smells so good. This is a strawberry flavored, I think. Ooh, not flavored, scented. Please don't eat your chapstick. Nice. And I will actually try some new lip products with you guys. I was sent these amazing lip stains. Let me get it. Look at this. If you're on my Instagram, I do post more of my skincare products on my Instagram, but these are so nice and they make your lips juicy, but they're stained too. So that color stays and like they don't look, they've sucked the life out of it. Flavor. I know, sometimes you get these lip products and they just smell so good that you want to eat them, but please don't eat them. They're not edible. Okay, we're looking less crazy now. We're trusting the process, right, guys? Oh, thank you, Albert. Albert is getting so supportive today. I feel so taken care of when you guys are like that. All right. Oh. One thing that I wanted to go over, we didn't touch on this part. If you are struggling with being a people pleaser, I need you to recognize that this is a self-worth issue. Women who feel like a walking goddess do not feel the need to prove themselves to other people. But if you're in your people-pleasing energy, it's because you don't feel like you're enough just as is. You are loved and you are enough and you are worthy of having deep friendships and to be loved by others. But you don't have to prove yourself to get there. You have to show yourself to them, but you don't have to do all of these things to make someone like you. And I try to like be kind to the version of myself who used to be a people pleaser, but I'm telling you, it's just because I was not confident enough in who I was to think I was deserving of other people. Oh, thank you. So on my channel, Mr. Jazz, we talk about all things becoming the dream version of yourself. I give my subscribers a scientific strategy to become the best version of themselves and engineer their dreams. So we talk about lifestyle design, about building our dream life, about becoming that girl and that version of ourselves. And our live stream started just because I wanted another way to interact with my audience and really know you guys better and know what you liked about the content. And I just find it so fun. So now as I get ready for my days on the weekends, we live stream together. That's so true. So if you're trying to share love with other people, that's not necessarily being a people pleaser, right? That's taking care of the people you love. But if you're doing all of that hard work to earn love, that's where it goes into people pleaser mentality. And people know it. Like, people are smart. Don't think they're being idiot. They know they're being manipulated. So just don't do it. Allow them to choose whether they want to be in your life or not, instead of trying to force them to do so by being a people pleaser. Hi, welcome. I am a diva. I'm a walking goddess day in and day out. We should always strive to be the best version of ourselves, and that's hard sometimes because we're all human, right? We sin, we mess up, we fall short of who we want to be, but we just got to get back on the stick. We got to keep trying every day and try to become better, because as we become better, we create a better world. I really think the key to creating a better world for everyone is becoming the best that we can be, so we can better serve our communities, so we can better serve our family, and better serve the future that we want to build. If you're unhappy with the state of the world, start with yourself. You cannot do anything to change the world around you. You have to change yourself first. And again, this is a lesson I learned hard when I was younger, that real change starts on the inside and then it ripples out into your community and the people you care about. Okay. Very nice, very nice. This eyeshadow is so much fun, and I haven't been wearing mascara during the day because I just think it looks too much. So this is just like my natural lashes. Yes, Jack, happiness is an inside job. If you think that happiness is going to come from a man, from a friend, from moving, from a new job, you're wrong. It's an inside job. You can choose to feel happy and create that emotion within yourself. Of course, there's a lot you can do, and all of my mom's work is based on the positive actions based in science and positive psychology that'll help you feel happier. So, exercising will give you endorphins, prayer and faith will give you hope. Eating healthy will make your brain happier and healthier. So, physiologically, there's a lot you can do to make your body happier and healthier to create the conditions for you to feel happy. But that state of being happens on the inside. It's not gonna happen through anything that comes from your external environment. Nice, nice. Okay. Let's blendy this eyeshadow. Very important step, because otherwise we look crazy. And I'll look crazy on live stream for you, but I try not to go out looking crazy. That's not fun. The green juice is good today. I really like the aloe in it. If you guys are looking for books to read that will help in your journey, I really suggest reading Manifest by Roxy Nafosi. Her book breaks down amazingly kind of what you have to do to actually build your dream life. And it's like a journal inside of a book. So she has a lot of prompts that will help you hack your mindset and kind of build that dream identity for yourself. What's my favorite song? I don't think I have one favorite song. I like anything I can sing to, so I really enjoy Celine Dion. Yeah, this is an earring here. I used to wear an earpiece in my live streams because like you could hear me better with the mic, but my mic died. So now we're just live streaming without a mic, but normally I have one. Earring, yeah. I don't think you can be deeply happy and hate yourself. I think deep core confidence and happiness comes from self-love. And if you are like having self-loathing thoughts, that's natural. We've all been there at points in our life, and it's a process to learn how to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves. And the biggest thing that has helped me to grow more in my self-love is to treat myself like someone who's worthy of being taken care of. And that means feeding myself nutritious meals, being kind to myself and my mind. That means working out on a regular basis. That means spending time with friends and family. If you were responsible for a small child, you would do all these things to make sure that they're happy and healthy. You'd give them a bedtime. You'd make sure they got hugs and were spoken to kindly. You wouldn't be cruel to someone that you love. And acting like that will help you feel more self-love in the future. Okay, this I use so much that the label has rubbed off, but this is the Benefit eyebrow gel, and it always helps just like make things look a little more uniform. See, it doesn't do much, but it does help all your little brow hairs stay in one place. I'm probably overdue for an eyebrow lamination, but last time she plucked my eyebrows too much, so I'm trying not to go back for a little bit. Alrighty, and now I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlight color on my eyes. The Charlotte Tilbury palettes are some of my absolute favorite. And what I do is I take this red color and I put a little bit of this right in my crease. And I think this kind of ties the eye look into the blush because you'll see that brings a little bit of color. Albert has such a good point. So this idea of getting 1% better every day actually comes from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. Great book to pick up if you're trying to build more habits in your life because it focuses on building systems instead of like forcing yourself to do new things. And that makes building habits easier when you have systems to help you do them more easily. I find that book to be very masculine. I know I really appreciate a lot of the feminine energy content because I think it speaks more to me as a woman, but he has some really great tips and really great helps. I don't think we should have hate towards other people or ourselves and just kind of let go of all that cruelty as much as you can. Hi, Simona. I think I started wearing makeup later than 12. Maybe when I was like 15, I started wearing it. But there's no, like, your skin's like very young and youthful when you're that age. And I just feel like you should be, you know, building core confidence instead of putting sparkle on your face. A lot of makeup products are not super healthy either. I'm not a big health nut about products, but some women are, and I know there's a lot of like super not healthy things for younger women in them. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Yeah, I would also suggest someone these lip glosses. Well, these are like Lana lips. They're like a lip mask, and these make my lips super hydrated in the winter. So I definitely pick up some of these Lana lips. Oh, for the lip liner, I like these, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. These are fun. Maybe we'll do that today because I don't usually wear lip liner, but it's always fun. It's a very natural color because I don't like my makeup to look like, I don't know, too much color. It's a little aggressive. All right, let's get my highlighter. Highlighter is like one of the favorite parts I have of my makeup routine. So again, Charlotte Tilbury, as most of my products are. And this is just the, what is it? Champagne Glow is this color. So I take this on top of my cheekbones, just like that. And then I do the other side. I do at the bridge of my nose, and then just like that. And it's a little extra glow, no big special something, but it will add in person a nice glow to your cheeks, which is pretty. So you can see the highlighter here and here. And you can use this highlighter on your eyes too. Powder is powder, like you don't need a separate palette, but if you have this, you can use this as your highlight too. I just already have the Charlotte Tilbury palette, so I use that. And what was I gonna do next? Oh yes, the lip liner. Let's get to that. So try to rub off a lot of your foundation and then you can get into doing your lips. And I always do the Cupid's bow and a little bit around here, and then I just connect the edges. So let me show you, hang on. So a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Here. So you may not be able to tell because this is like my lip color, but there you go. And then I connect the edges. And I overline the top of my lip a little bit because I don't have much filler in my lips now, but I used to have a lot of filler and I had it dissolved. And I just find that it looks a little better if I overline it a little bit. I also really don't recommend people get filler. I really regret doing it. That's why I had it dissolved, but I don't know, it's a learning process. At the time, I thought it would help, but I just regret it. So to save you money and frustration, just avoid it. See? Okay. I can't talk while I do this. Bear with me. Okay. And then another little special secret I do is I do a little circle here, just around the pillows of my lips. And this will help kind of make your lip look a little poutier. It's so true. So one of the reasons I like to start off bare face when we do our live streams is to kind of show you guys the process. Makeup is fun, it's glitter, it's like a little outfit you wear for the day, and I don't think there's much harm in it. But if you're expecting to get core confidence from sparkle on your face, you're going about it the wrong way. Like we said before, confidence is built through self-efficacy, showing yourself that you're worthy, building self-trust, and it's a longer internal process, right? Yes, the world can use so much more positivity, and I get a lot of positivity from my mom because positive psychology is her thing. But a lot of people can be so negative. Like, life is too short. Like, relax, take a Xanax, have a little fun. Oh, my old work was so stressful. It drove me crazy. Like, you'd try to make a joke and everyone would just, I don't know, take life too seriously. Calm down. Enjoy the process. Have fun. Oh, I love this. I love this shade. So pretty. Your lipstick will last longer, by the way, if you use a lip liner. So that's the main motivation I have to use lip liner, is that it makes the lipstick last longer. Well, honestly, this one lasts a really long time. The Charlotte Tilbury ones are pretty good. And this is the shade Very Victoria. I've bought so many of this. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with depression these days. Even I have. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that last year I was deeply, deeply depressed. And that was primarily because I felt really trapped in my life. So a lot of the content I make for you guys is to like show you that you can make your life better, that you can walk forward and like improve your life, improve your situation. You just have to keep showing up for yourself and showing up for your future. So I try to like empower you guys and give you hope because that's what I needed, and I really hope that I give that to you too. Oh, that's so fun, Simona. I love that. I used to do that all the time. Hi. Yes, happy Saturday. So I'm going to sign off everyone now because I have to get to do some things for today. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll be filming some more stuff for you later this weekend. Stay warm. It's going to be so cold. Bye.